Get ready for the ultimate holiday recap as we revisit the iconic traps, the bandits, and the ingenious Kevin in the Christmas classic Home Alone. So, there's this big family of 15 getting ready for a trip to France for Christmas, and chaos is already in the air. The excitement and anticipation of the trip are mixed with stress and disarray. Kevin, the youngest member of the family, is feeling left out and upset because he can't join the older kids in watching a movie. To add to his frustration, he is tasked with packing his suitcase for the first time, a daunting and overwhelming task for a young child. Amidst the commotion, a policeman is present in the house, trying to talk to the children about their parents. However, the chaos and preoccupation of the family members prevent them from paying any attention to him. The siblings are too busy being mean and absorbed in their own packing to lend a helping hand to Kevin. Feeling a bit lonely and excluded, Kevin turns to his older brother Buzz for a favor. He asks if he can sleep in Buzz's room during the trip, seeking some comfort and companionship. However, Buzz, being the typical big brother, takes advantage of the situation and decides to play a prank on Kevin. He weaves a scary story about a snow cleaning man who is rumored to be a murderer, adding to Kevin's anxiety. Just when the tension is building up, the pizza guy arrives, providing a brief distraction from the chaos. Peter, the dad, takes charge and deals with the pizza guy while the rest of the family continues with their preparations. Finally, the policeman gets an opportunity to talk to Peter about the recent burglaries in the area. However, Peter dismisses the concerns, assuring the officer that their home is secure. As the family indulges in a pizza feast, the chaos escalates. Buzz's stomach starts to churn, and he is on the verge of getting sick. The frantic atmosphere reaches its peak when Kevin accidentally spills a drink and gets scolded by one of his siblings. Kate, the mom, intervenes and takes Kevin to the third floor to calm him down and have a moment away from the chaos. While being questioned by the policeman, Kate reveals that they are leaving for Paris the next morning, adding another layer of urgency and pressure to the already chaotic situation. The next morning arrives, and Kate wakes up in a panic, realizing that she has overslept. The entire family rushes to get ready and make it to the airport on time, speeding through the roads in a frenzy. Just as they narrowly catch the plane, a realization strikes them. They have forgotten something important. It is then that they realize with horror that they have left Kevin behind. The family is filled with a mix of panic, guilt, and worry as they come to terms with their forgetfulness and the fact that they have left their youngest member behind. Back at home, Kevin realizes he's all alone and thinks it's some elaborate prank. When he figures out it's not, he's thrilled at the idea that he made his family disappear. Cue the mischief. He goes through Buzz's stuff, finds firecrackers, plays with a gun, watches a movie, and indulges in ice cream. It's like a kid's dream come true. The supposed policeman turns out to be one of the burglars, scheming to rob Kevin's home and others in the block during the holidays. Kevin, the resourceful little guy, catches onto their plan when he notices shadows lurking around his house. In a quick thinking move, he switches on the back door light, fooling the burglars into thinking someone's home. Phew, close call. Meanwhile, the family has landed in Paris, and Kate, the mom, contacts the police to check on Kevin. A lone police officer goes to the house, but Kevin, terrified, doesn't answer the constant knocking, and the officer leaves, assuming no one's home. Kate decides to stay at the airport, hoping for an available flight back. The next morning, Kevin gets ready and attempts to reach his brother Buzz's savings. Unfortunately, a mishap with a wooden stand table occurs, but Kevin still manages to grab some cash. As he heads out to buy a toothbrush, he spots a van in front of a neighbor's apartment, which surprises him because he thought they had left for Florida. Little did he know, the van belonged to the burglars, Marv and Harry, who had now set their sights on raiding the house. Upon hearing Peter's voicemail about being in Paris, the burglars are delighted. They've got a green light to plunder the place. While at the store, Kevin encounters the snow cleaning man, who startles him. Fearing the man, Kevin runs off, and a worker at the store mistakenly labels him a shoplifter, prompting a police chase. Kevin, the clever escapologist, skis through the snow and manages to outwit the police. On his way home, Kevin realizes that Marv and Harry are tailing him. A quick sprint and a bit of hiding in church decorations allow him to escape the burglars' clutches. Back at home, Kevin goes into full MacGyver mode, using props and strings to create shadows and make it seem like a lively party is happening in the house. The burglars fall for the ruse and leave, thinking they've picked the wrong time to strike. Kevin's ingenuity keeps them at bay, at least for now. What a roller coaster of a Home Alone adventure. He goes full-blown genius when he orders a pizza. As the pizza guy knocks, Kevin cleverly sets up the TV to play a scene where a character instructs leaving the pizza at the doorstep. He doesn't answer the door himself, ensuring that nobody suspects a kid is home alone. The pizza delivery guy, being persistent, asks for the money. Kevin, being the little maestro of mischief, keeps the conversation going by playing TV sound bites. And just to add a dash of extra spice, he throws in a sound effect of a gun, scaring the pizza guy for good measure. Meanwhile, Kate is making her own journey back to Chicago, facing some challenges and receiving unexpected help along the way. Back at the house, Kevin, feeling lonely, goes about his daily routine and decides to venture out to the grocery store. Trying to act all grown up by reading a newspaper, he manages to get his shopping done without raising too many suspicions. Marv and Harry, the burglars, start feeling that something is off about the house, prompting Marv to investigate. Kevin, ever the trickster, notices Marv and plays a brilliant prank to make it seem like a violent altercation is happening inside, scaring the burglars away. Kate, on her way back, faces flight troubles, but encounters a kind soul named Gus, who offers her a ride to Chicago as part of their band's journey. She eagerly accepts the offer, inching closer to reuniting with Kevin. As Kevin goes about his day, he cuts down a Christmas tree, and Marv and Harry catch on to his scam. They plan to return later that night, leaving Kevin frightened. Kate continues her journey with Gus and the band, grateful for the unexpected assistance. Meanwhile, Kevin, feeling a bit lost, visits a man who dresses up as Santa, believing he works for the real Santa. He asks the man to convey a message to Santa about wanting his family back. While wandering the neighborhood, Kevin sees a neighbor's house filled with people celebrating Christmas and feels the absence of his own family even more. He also visits a church, where he encounters the snow cleaning man. Surprisingly, the man is friendly and shares a heartwarming conversation with Kevin. They talk about family, regrets, and the importance of reaching out to loved ones. Kevin, inspired by the man's story, opens up about his own fears and achievements, including conquering the dreaded basement. The snow cleaning man encourages Kevin to call his son, emphasizing the importance of family. They share a meaningful moment before parting ways. Kevin's journey of self-discovery and connection takes an unexpected turn as he navigates the challenges of being home alone during the holiday season. Kevin, our young mastermind, executes a brilliant plan to outsmart the burglars, turning his home into a booby-trapped fortress. As Marv and Harry fall victim to Kevin's clever traps, chaos ensues, and the burglars are ultimately captured by the police. Kevin, taking refuge in his treehouse, manages to outsmart Marv and Harry once again, leading to their arrest. Later, as Kevin sets up cookies and milk for Santa, he waits for his parents to return. Kate, feeling remorseful, shares her worries with Gus, who reassures her on their journey back to Chicago. The next morning, Kevin wakes up to find Christmas gifts and decorates the house, spreading festive cheer. When his family returns, Kevin forgives his mom and shares his adventures, surprising everyone with his resourcefulness. The heartwarming moment extends beyond Kevin's house as the snow-clearing man, having reconciled with his son, waves at Kevin, marking a beautiful resolution. However, the joy is short-lived as Buzz interrupts the emotional scene with his trademark complaints about the mess Kevin made in his room. And just like that, the movie ends on a humorous note,